Hi, welcome to the Red Carpet Movie Review.
Today we're going to review Happy Death Day. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Hollywood, California, welcome to the Red Carpet Review, starring the Showstopper, Shawn Valentino, also starring Rich Twilling. Today we review Happy Death Day, live from the red carpet.
Hey everybody, this is Shawn Valentino, your host on the Red Carpet Movie Review, and today we're going to review Happy Death Day. Now, Happy Death Day is directed by Christopher Landon and it stars Jessica Rothe and an ensemble cast of young actors. But more importantly, it's the latest film from Blumhouse Productions, which specializes in low-budget horror movies that make big box office. And before I go on, the best way to describe this movie would be it's Mean Girls meets Groundhog Day meets Scream. And it takes a lot of the best elements from all those films and it mashes it together in a really fun horror comedy. This movie has just as many laughs as it has scares. In fact, I'd consider it more of a comedy than I would an actual horror film because it's really funny and it doesn't really scare you, but it's just a great entertaining romp at the movies, and I definitely think you'll have a good time with this one. It takes some of the popular girl movie tropes of Mean Girls and combines it with the slasher element of Scream, and it puts it into the Groundhog Day concept where you live the same day over and over. And it sounds like an over-the-top mashup, but this film really makes it work, and I think it's a really good horror comedy. But even more than those previous films that I mentioned, the film this really reminded me of is a movie that took place earlier this year called Before I Fall. And when I saw Before I Fall, I said it was Edge of Tomorrow meets Mean Girls, and I highly recommend that you check that film out. I'm probably going to review it in the future in a section that we call our favorite films because I really enjoyed that one. I thought it was a very underrated film. Again, it's called Before I Fall. I highly recommend you guys check it out because it didn't make huge box office, but it was a really great movie. And the plot of this movie revolves around Teresa, played by Jessica Rothe, who's nicknamed Tree. And in this film, Tree wakes up on her birthday, and it takes her on this journey throughout the day. It has a lot of the classic high school tropes, and she's kind of the popular girl that's not a very nice person, and it has her dealing with a lot of these cliched high school characters. So it sounds kind of lame, but actually it's a lot of fun because even though some of these characters are annoying, and while I feel this film will definitely resonate with a younger crowd, I think older audiences will like it too because I think it'll remind them of their high school days, for better or worse. And I think what this movie does really well is it really gives you a good idea of what Tree is like throughout her interactions throughout this one day, which ends up becoming her death day. She goes to a party and is murdered. But the real fun begins when she wakes up the next day after her murder and finds herself living her birthday or death day over and over again. So you can see where this movie is going, but at the same time it takes some really fun twists and turns, and it plays off this same day concept really well by making subtle differences throughout the day, and you can really see her character arc grow to becoming this nicer person. Again, it sounds cliched, but I think this movie really makes it work because of the great performance by Jessica Rothe as Tree. I think she's really wonderful here, and even when she's unlikable, she's still quite likable, and you can really see that she's going to become a better person, and you really root for her throughout the film. And I think this movie does a good job at adding a mystery element as she goes through this same day over and over again. She tries to figure out who her killer is, and I think in that sense it took a different twist than the other previous films that I had mentioned, and it adds some originality to it even though it is a derivative concept. I think the movie has some good jump scares and some really creepy masks, which I think add a little bit to the horror element of the film. But I think more than anything, it's a very funny film as you see all these high school cliques and how they interact with each other and how this one character grows throughout seeing the ridiculousness of the cliquish nature of high school by living the same day over and over again. So in that sense, I think the movie does a great job of presenting this character's arc. And again, we've seen this concept 3 times over the last 3 years, so it's not winning any originality points. But I think it's a lot of fun, and I think you're really going to enjoy this. It's a perfect movie for the Halloween season. It's a good Friday night flick, just to chop on some popcorn and enjoy a good time with your friends. And although I've kind of seen it before, I was entertained from beginning to end. So I'm going to recommend this film because of a great lead performance and a fun twist on what's become a familiar genre. And we here at the Red Carpet Review like to rate our movies on a 5-star scale, and I'm going to give Happy Death Day 3 stars on a 5-star scale. Again, check this movie out. It's a lot of fun. It has a great lead performance, and it gives a fun twist on what's become a familiar genre. And again, if you really want to see a great example of this concept done well, definitely go check out the movie Before I Fall. It's a great film, and I think you'll highly enjoy that if you enjoyed this one. Hope all of you enjoyed this red carpet review. Right now we have one of our horror movie experts. And what did you think about this red carpet review of Happy Death Day?
Exactly.
Thank you for that expert opinion. And thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that like button and press subscribe, and we'll see you next week on the red carpet.
Exactly.
Thank you for watching the Red Carpet Review. Proceed to click that like button and press subscribe for weekly movie reviews past and present. We'll see you soon on the red carpet.